So whenever you're situated, when you're laying down today, let the feet come together into cobbler's pose. You get to choose how close that is, how far that is, but the knees are getting that first chance to just start opening. Feel how the hips are doing at this point. See if you can allow that area to relax just a little bit. The low back releasing. Now let's allow for a scan through the body. So scanning through feet, checking in with them. Scanning through calves and knees. Thighs and hips. Scanning through abdomen and chest. Arms and hands. Shoulders, neck, head, all those little facial muscles around the eyes, around the mouth, even the tongue, let it relax. So today's a day about getting into some of the juicy, tender areas of our body, some of the areas that need just a little bit more attention. So we move consciously. So note if I bring us into a particular stretch and you end up realizing, oh, that's not exactly how my body needs it, feel free to adjust. Feel free to take your body's internal wisdom, learning to listen to that intuition just a little bit more. So from here, with the knees open like this cobbler's pose, let's take just a couple of moments for a shoulder stretch. Allow the right straight arm to cross over the chest. Left arm hugs it in. And sometimes I'll let that left ear get a little closer to the left shoulder. That feels like that's helping out the stretch. Try another huge inhale flowing through the body. Nice exhale. Start to release this right arm. Left arm takes that same chance. Cross over the body, hug it in. Maybe the right ear gets a little closer to right shoulder. Another good inhale. Nice exhale. Release. Let right leg straighten up to sky. Grab onto it. Help to pull it in just a moment with that hamstring stretch. And turn it from hamstring stretch to figure four stretch. Take that right ankle and left thigh, give it that nice hug. Space. So much of our life is so rushed, and perhaps that's how we get attention into our body. Because we're rushing around, we don't really have that chance to do as much self-care as we could hope for. But this is our chance. Ease into some of those delicious areas. Help those areas know it's okay, I can relax. Let's take one more breath for this part. Huge inhale. Good. Let the exhale be easy. Sigh of relief. Beautiful. Release the cross. And dropping right foot to floor, left leg up to sky. Give it that stretch. I'm taking these first little stretches in class. The moment when the muscles are tightest. So it's that invitation to just keep on easing into it. Good. So let's start to take it to figure four, nice and easy. Pull to thigh, give it a hug. One more huge breath. Flow in, out. Good. When you release, let both legs open out wide. Wide figure V up to sky. Hands on inner thighs. Checking in with this area. How is it feeling today? More breath flows in, out. Beautiful. Start to bring the knees back together. Start to plant the feet close to glutes. Let's do a little bridge pose. So hips lift up. If hands can clasp under back, go for it. Continuing to walk shoulders under. Beautiful work. One more huge inhale. Exhale. Easy release. Set hips back down. And let's work our way up to a seated place, however you'd like to get there. Rolling like a ball. Going through fetal position, pressing up. It's all good. Let's end up in a nice cobbler's pose. Spine starts to tilt forward. Spine starts to lengthen up. Let's allow the right leg to open up to right. Take the right elbow under the left. From here, do just a moment with a tiny back bend, so elbows are lifting. And then a moment taking elbows into belly button, rounding forward. Releasing the twist, drop right hand in front of right leg, left hand circles up and over, using that shoulder just a little bit more. And dropping the hand to the floor, you can either be stretching over toward right leg or stretching in the middle. Whatever feels best at this moment in time. rise up to take second side. Switch the legs out. Left elbow under. The elbows lift. Feel even the front of the throat getting a chance to stretch just a little bit. And elbows to belly button as we round forward. The space in between shoulder blades gets a little stretch. Bending the arms, left hand plants in front of left leg. Reach the right hand up and over. The lateral stretch first. Easing through shoulder, easing through side rib. Dropping right hand to floor, you choose the angle. Maybe leaning over left leg, maybe leaning in the middle. Inhale flows up, fills into belly. Exhale like a sigh of relief. Good. Let's start to make our way onto hands and knees. When we get there, move into a couple of the cat-cows. Let the spine wake up by rounding up. And belly down. 2 more rounds, whatever pace you're going at. Good, and then spine back to neutral right there in the center. Hands come forward. This is either plank or kneeling plank, depending on what you feel in the mood for at this point. From here, we'll do either chaturanga or a little push-up. Ease the hips down, Sphinx or Cobra. Beautiful. Nice and easy for this first one. Head the hips back into child pose. Give the muscles of the back time to lengthen by walking fingertips as far forward as we can reach. For about 3 more breaths. Try to relax even deeper. When you finish the 3rd breath, let's start to explore how a down dog feels today. Lift our toes, lift up the hips. We can pedal the legs out. Nothing too fast, nothing too intense. Easy movements through the body. Let's begin to lift right leg up to sky. Open the hips so the toes get sent just a little bit behind us. Inhale. Exhale. Let's begin to step that right foot to outside of right hand. As the back knee lowers down, our hips sink forward. Let's start off just with right hand reaching up to sky. Maybe we can even extend past 180, opening the arm behind us. Good. Let spine open up. The hips dropping down. Beautiful. Now when right hand starts to drop back to floor, we'll ease into lizard. So staying on wrist is an option. Maybe dropping an elbow to block or floor is our option. Bring it back up to hands if we lowered. Allow our hands to walk back. This right leg is almost off the mat, so it's a bit wider, but take it like a half split from that ankle. So ease the spine down in the center. The space. We're envisioning instead of the great contraction happening, it's like the great expansion. Every breath we take, there's a little bit more space available in these areas of our body. Viewing our body kind of like the galaxy. One more huge inhale. As we exhale, let's start to bring that right leg back underneath us. This can be a child pose. This can be plank or kneeling plank. Going to push up or chaturanga. Maybe a back bend. Child or down dog, your preference. From a down dog shape, left leg starts to lift up to sky. The toes behind you, rotate the hip open. And stepping left foot to outside of left hand. The back knee is welcome to lower. The left hand reaches up to sky. Gonna get the back to open up. Getting some space in that area. Dropping hand down, lizard. Maybe on wrist is where we stay, maybe to an elbow or both. Our way back to hands if we lowered. We'll get to that slightly wider version of the half split. The spine just round down, nice and easy. Maybe some tension being released from back of neck. Let there be full belly expansion. 2 more cycles of breath. Continuing to move with the body as this leg comes back. Maybe we take that little mini flow. Maybe just a child still. Listen to the body. What's the highest good for it at this moment? These are still waking up. These are still stretching out, releasing from all that we've been through this week. This is one where our goal is eventually to make our way up to top of mat. So if you're loving the down dog, stay a bit longer. If at any point you're ready to head your way up there, that's perfectly fine, not rushing you, just enjoying the journey. When you get to that forward fold, note what's best for your body today. Some days the knees really bent can be super useful for helping the back out. The days we want more of that hamstring action. Find one more full breath, flowing through body, huge inhales. Beautiful exhales. With our inhale, let's begin to rise, circle up to sky. Good, hands down to heart. So let's take the right elbow under left again, winding it up to eagle. We're pushing the shoulders down, but lifting the elbows up. Feel how that gets some of the tension right across the top of shoulders. Your elbows start to lift up to sky. It doesn't have to be much of a back bend, just enough that you can feel new spots of the shoulders opening. Good. Take elbows back into belly button. Feel that spaciousness in between shoulder blades. Elbows back up to neutrals. You've got a couple of options. Sitting back in fierce pose would be fine. Taking right thigh over left eagles would be fine. Inhale. Exhale. As the arms start to release. Uncross feet, drop the right hand to the right thigh, lean the left hand up and over. And feel how you can ease into some of the back muscles. Maybe take a moment pulling the thumb back just a little bit. And a moment bringing the hand forward, dip down just a little bit. And slowly continue to dip down to forward fold. Allow shoulder blades to just release their weight. Knees can be bent or not. Circling back up to sky. Beautiful. Left elbow under. Set it up where shoulders are pressing down and elbows are lifting up. Elbows up to sky for a moment. Elbows into belly button. Spine back to neutral, either sitting back in the chair or left thigh over. Inhale and exhale. Arms and legs uncrossed. Left hand at left side, right hand up to sky. Reach it over. And pull slightly back for a moment. And start to dip it forward, rounding just a hair. Good. Continue to drop all the way down, forward fold, shoulder blades release, heavy. Next inhale to rise. Hands down to heart. Beautiful. Standing on left foot, our right ankle is going to try to work its way up to right thigh. Sitting on toes on block would also be fine in a crossed shape. Standing like bends, like we're sitting into that chair. We've got some options. Hands can be just balance beam if this is iffy enough. Maybe hands come to thigh, helping that right knee to rotate open. Sometimes people reach hands to the floor, so that is an option if you like it today. No pressure. Good. As we start to work our way back up to balance, we're standing. Scoop the right hand under the right thigh, trying to pick up the knee wide to the right. So that hip getting just a little bit more spaciousness. Good. This is a nice wide angle. And then send the leg back, warrior three. When we land the right toes, land it off the mat to the left. Jump to sky, grab right wrist. Pull the right wrist to the left. Release wrists, bump the feet to turn to front door side, and drop down, wide angle, forward fold. This could be a good one to walk fingers really far forward, or reach fingers really far through legs. You get to choose. What feels helpful for legs, for back, spine. Hands underneath us. We bend the right knee either a little bit, high lunge, or low lunge, bending the knee a lot, sitting down to our heel. You get to choose our hands on the floor, our hands coming to heart balance. Beautiful. Let's allow fingers to graze the floor as we're switching sides. Left knee bends. We go back up to that balance point. Is it heart? Maybe not. Beautiful. From here, as fingers work their way to floor, we're pivoting our front toes forward. We're transitioning this into a lunge shape. Keep right foot at the back. Right hand on floor, left hand twist up to sky. Left hand to floor. As left leg sweeps back, try to sweep it directly into three-legged dog. Take that left knee to nose in a plank. Back up to three-legged dog. Good, and then left knee underneath us for pigeon. Send it down. You can stay in king pigeon for a while, or at any point lower to sleeping pigeon. Everything calm, cool, collected. We're here just a few more breaths. We start to work the hands underneath the body. Start to slide that left knee back. From a kneeling shape, let's wag our tail a couple of times, shifting hips really far to the right, really far to the left. Let there be some side rib stretch. And as the hips start to ease from any tightness, let's take it to puppy. Fingertips work their way forward, heart droops down. Maybe we're on resting forehead down, or maybe we're flipped to chin. Walk the hands backwards, helping you shift from this into child pose. You can stay in the child pose a little bit longer, or at any point come up to the down dog. Those that want to move through a flow, that's also welcome. Eventually, from the shape more or less like down dog, we'll choose when to come forward up to top of that. Body, another bonus breath here just to relax. Next inhale helps us rise up. Hands down to heart. Beautiful. So trying to balance with the left ankle onto the right thigh. If you ever need to bend standing leg, that actually helps create more of a shelf shape. Hands are welcome to drop down to the thigh or even go to floor if anybody wants to go to that point today. Good. Trying to rise up. Scoop the left hand under the left thigh if you can. Letting this thigh be open wide. We shift from this wide through warrior 3, across to back. So toes land off the right side of mat. Reach your arms up to sky, grab left wrist, pull it to right. Beautiful. Starting to release the arms. We bump the toes to face to the long edge of the mat to back door this time. Start with goddess this time though. So knees are bent. Make sure knees don't go past toes. We're staying in that squat shape. Let's take a moment for shoulders, right elbow under left. Imagine the arms are like arms of a clock. Let's try to trace a full circle clockwise. The arms circle all the way, even dipping down. Good. When you come back up, reverse. Feel the strength of the legs holding us. Good. When you finish that second one, open arms out wide, slight arch of the heart back, and left elbow under. Good. Take this first one counterclockwise, circling all the way around. And then reverse. Beautiful. When you finish, open up. Drop hands to inner thighs, press them open, sinking hips perhaps just a little more. This can be with stillness or sometimes a little bit of shifting. It can feel nice, left and right. Even dipping right shoulder down to the center. Left shoulder. Beautiful. Back through center, straighten the legs, turn the toes forward. Wide angle, maybe fingers walk forward, maybe they walk through. Good, hands underneath us, left knee bends, high squat or low side squat. Then you can go with balance, or maybe this one you're wanting a different quality, trying to ease the elbows closer to ground. Fingertips down to help the hips shift. As fingertips find the floor, pivot your way to face to top of mat. Lunge shape, left hand on floor, right hand twisting up to sky. Right hand lands down. The right foot swings up, three-legged dog. Take right knee to nose, golden plank. Right leg up to sky. And right leg pigeon. Just continuing to flow, to calm. 2 more breaths. Breathe all the way deep into belly state. That second round, come into a kneeling shape. Knees up beneath body. Maybe that tail wagging feels amazing. Maybe you prefer more like huge hip circles. Body a couple of wiggles for a moment, easing some of the tension right out of the system. And finding ourselves at this neutral kneeling place, let's thread the needle. So right arm reaches up to sky. Right arm threads under and through. Set the shoulder down. You choose what to do with the left hand. Again, imagine instead of trying to contract, we're trying to expand. How expansive can the cells be? This is one that could feel contracted because the lungs are a little bit squeezed, but notice the other areas, the belly, or the shoulders and hips. Breathe into those areas. 2 more breaths on this half. Left hand finds its way in front of face, press into it. And through neutral, take a cat-cow, maybe 2. And when you're ready, left hand reaches up to sky, so we can thread that side under and through. About 2 more breaths. Right hand finds its way in front of face, press into it. To neutral, maybe another 1 or 2 breaths. Beautiful. Let's head our way back down to a seated place, nice and comfortable. So adding in an aspect of twisting. With our inhales, we circle arms up to sky. With our exhale, we twist over right shoulder. Inhale back up to sky. Exhale, twist over left shoulder. We'll keep on going back and forth a few rounds. Notice how the slower you take the breath, the more you can ease into that twist. It gives you a little bit more space. Whatever speed we're going at, let's take it once more to each direction. Back up through center. Arms down by the side. So you've got this angle your right thigh is extending out at, so let your left hand continue to trace to that right thigh angle. Need some good space into our back. Start to sit back up. Take that left hand to the base of the neck. Right hand grabs the elbow and pulls that elbow even further behind the head. Head pushes back so that it's not hunched forward though. Beautiful. As you release the left elbow, let that left arm circle all the way behind you. Cut through the side. Give it one more hug into the chest. Maybe right ear ends up dipping to right shoulder. Rising up to release. Right hand slides through this left side angled direction. As you come back up to sit, that right hand goes to base of neck. Left hand elbow, pull the elbow further behind head, and then head pushes back. Straighten the right arm, circle it behind you, cut around, and hug it in. Left ear drops to left ear. Good. Huge inhale to release. Slip the feet into cobbler. Let's take another hip opener before we're wrapping up. Easing perhaps into that tilt forward unless you know to just stay upright for this. The spine rises up. Legs are going to open out wide. If you need to stagger it, I'll go right ahead. If it's difficult to maintain this without the hands on the floor helping you, you can take it up to a slightly bent shape. So know that that's a possibility. Let's take one more of the eagle's wraps. Right elbow under. Shoulders down, elbows up just a little. Elbows lift for a moment. And elbows into belly for a moment. So the unwind, right hand in front of the right leg. Left hand up to sky, lean over. As left hand goes to floor, once more, you get the choice. Are you leaning over right leg or are you leaning directly forward? Up, left elbow under, setting up the shoulders, so shoulders down, elbows up, elbows lift just a little, elbows into belly button, unwind the arms, left hand in front of left leg, right hand up to sky, lean over. Dropping right hand to floor. Are you leaning over the left leg or are you going right through the center? Your choice. Beautiful. From here, we continue any explorations our body needs to help us prepare for Shavasana. We can do things on our back, like happy baby, a twist. This can be a couple more seated things. It's all up to you. feel any sense of rush, you can take a full minute or so if needed. Like normal, no rush. If you're still wiggling, still moving, still getting there. But when you are settled into your Shavasana, allow your mind to do one more little body scan system. The body scan, imagine perhaps we came in with lots of contracted spaces. It's like the universe, instead of growing bigger, it was growing smaller. And so, with all the stretching, all the moving we've done, that increase in circulation, as we do the body scan, just imagine, if nothing else, if it's nothing more than just in your mind, imagine expansion through all the cells in that area. Scanning up the feet. The calves and knees. Thighs and hips. Abdomen and torso. Arms and hands. Shoulders and neck. And all those little muscles across the face. The muscles of the temples, the forehead, the eyebrows, the jaw, tongue, and the inner and outer corners of eyes. All of it's relaxed, expanding. The breath flowing. Begin to relax here for several more minutes. Here we'll begin to deepen our inhales. And our exhales. Introduce little movements back to fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Stretching out in ways that feel really good for our body. Perhaps choosing a nice fetal position if that feels perfect today. Enjoy some of this time to be. So much of life is rush, rush, rush. What if oftentimes the little aches and pains that we're given is just our body trying to tell us to slow down just a little bit? Maybe 2 or 3 more breaths, and then we can rise up to a comfortable seated place. And hands together in front of our heart. You remember to check in with our intuition. Are there any intuitive hints regarding our tight spots? How can we continue that image of expansion through that area rather than contraction? And how can we just create more time, more space, more love for ourselves? So with all this to help lead us on, let's wrap up the time we shared together with the sound of Om. Deep inhale now. May we be filled with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.